Hello and welcome to Module 9 of Emotional Intelligence Management. This module focuses on communication and emotional expression. That is the act of sharing what you feel. By the end of this lesson, students should be able to define emotional communication and its types. Students should also be able to identify key skills for healthy emotional expression. Students should be able to recognize common barriers to emotional communication. Students should also learn the strategies to enhance communication skill. And finally, students should understand the importance of healthy emotional expression. Let us begin by looking at the model content. The model content include meaning and types of emotional communication, emotional expression skill, barrier to emotional communication, enhancing emotional skills, and the importance of healthy emotional expression. Before we now draw our conclusion. Introduction. Emotional communication is a fundamental aspect of human interaction, emotional intelligence. It involves the ability to recognize, express, interpret, and respond appropriately to emotion in oneself and others. Effective emotional communication strengthens relationships, promote understanding, and reduce conflicts, as well as enhance personal and professional effectiveness. Emotional communication plays a crucial role in human interaction, influencing how individuals express feelings, understand others, and build meaningful relationships. It is a core component of emotional intelligence and effective communication, enabling people to convey emotion clearly while responding appropriately to the emotional cues of others. Emotional communication is the exchange of emotion, feelings, and attitude between individuals. It is a vital aspect of human interaction, enabling us to convey our emotion, build relationship, and navigate social situations. This model explores the meaning and types of emotional communication, highlighting the various ways emotions are expressed through verbal and non-verbal channels. It also examines essential emotional expression skills required for effective communication, identifies common barriers that hinders emotional expression, and discusses practical strategies for enhancing emotional communication skill. Now let us know what emotional communication is. By way of definition, emotional communication is the process of conveying, interpreting, and responding to emotion using verbal and non-verbal cue. The core idea is that it is not just what we say, but how we say it and what we don't say. The key channel there include verbal, which involve the use of words, tone, speech, and pace. Non-verbal, which involve the use of facial expression, body language, eye contact. Then written communication, which involve the use of text, letter, and mail. And behavioral, which involves action that show care, withdrawal, and support. The goal is to share understanding, not just information transfer. Now let us look at types of emotional communication. Number one type of emotional communication is verbal communication, which involves the use of words to describe your feelings. For example, I feel frustrated. You use words to express your feelings. Then non-verbal involve the use of body language, facial expression, and gesture. Then we have another types called paralinguistic, which involve how words are being used. This one involve our tone of voice. That is the volume of our tone. Then we have number four type, which is written. This involve the use of text messages, emoji to express our feelings. We have visual, which involve the use of symbol, images, color to express our feeling. We have behavioral type, which involve action that communicate our emotion. Then we have the listening, active listening and feedback, which involve responding to show emotional understanding. Then we have symbolic, This involves the use of, it is normally used in the cultural symbol, the use of music, art, uh, uh, to express our emotion. Effective communicator use multiple channels congruently. Having known that, let us look at skills for healthy emotional communication, the skill needed for us to express ourselves very well. Number one, for us to express our emotion very well, number one key is self-awareness. That's the ability to recognize your own emotion first will help you to express your emotion. Then number two is emotional vocabulary. That is the use of precise words, the use of appropriate words to express your emotion in order not to trigger other people's emotion. Then number three is self-regulation. That is the ability to manage your regulation, also help you to express your emotion to others. Then assertive communication is another skill needed, which involves to state your feelings confidently without aggression. That is to express your feelings without causing anger to other people's feelings. Then we have empathy. That is the ability to express, to consider other people's feelings while expressing your own feelings. Then we have another skill, timing and the context awareness. That is this skill involves choosing the right time to express your emotion in order not to trigger other people's emotion. Then we have active listening skill. That is active listening skill. This one involves the ability to pay full attention without interrupting others while they express their emotion. Now let us look at barriers to emotional communication. That is the obstacle that block clear emotional exchange. Number one is lack of emotional awareness. Example, I don't know what I am feeling. You don't know your emotional awareness. So it constitutes a problem to emotional communication. Number two is fear of judgment or rejection. When somebody is afraid that they may not be considered or heard, they may not express their emotion. Example, what would they think if I say this? So when you are afraid of what people would feel when you say something, so because of the fear, the person may decide not to communicate his emotion. Then poor communication skill, when you lack the ability to communicate, you will not be able to communicate. That is inability to articulate your feelings. Then we have cultural and social norms. Some of people from culture and social interaction make some people not to express their feelings. So, for example, men shouldn't cry. So, because of this culture, men may not cry, thereby hiding their feelings, even when they are forced to cry. Emotional suppression is another challenge, which involves habit of hiding through feelings. High stress and overload. When you are bombarded with stress and overload, someone may find it difficult to express his or her feelings. That's too overwhelmed to communicate clearly. Defensiveness, shouting down or attacking instead of listening, may hinder a strong and effective communication. When you are found of defensiveness, instead of you to pay attention and listen, you always to shout down people or attacking instead of listening. Now, lack of empathy. When you lack empathy, that is the ability to understand people's feelings, it may hamper your communication, emotional communication ability. Then environmental distraction like noise, lack of privacy, time pressure also pose a serious challenge to effective emotional communication. Then past negative experience like previous hurt create fear of vulnerability. So the past experience which may be negative may also hamper effective emotional communication. Having known that, let us look at strategies to enhance your communication skills. Number one strategy is always practice active listening. Pay full attention when someone speaks and ask necessary questions. Develop emotional clarity using such like journal to identify and label emotion. Always identify and label your emotion. Then align verbal and non-verbal clue. Ensure your body matches your word. Use I statement. Number four is to use I statement. Instead of use the word like I feel, When? Because your own emotion. I feel you are talking this way because you don't understand. Instead of telling somebody you are mad, but you may say, I feel why you are talking this way is because you don't understand. So use I statement instead of uh, igniting emotional triggers in other people's emotion. Number 5, strategies to enhance communication skill is seek and provide constructive feedback. Always be open to growth and accept 360 degrees feedback. Then manage your stress proactively. Use breathing and pause to stay calm. Even when you are stressed, use breathing and pause to stay calm. Then cultivate empathy. Perspective talking. Regularly practice perspective talking. Then adopt your audience. Adjust style based on context and culture. So these are some of the strategies that must be used to enhance emotional communication skill. Having known that, let us look at the power of I statement, a simple tool for clear, non-blaming emotional expression. Formula: I feel anger when someone offended me, because so you can use the word instead of you never listen to me, you never listen to me, use the word I feel frustrated when I am interrupted because I don't feel heard. So use the word I feel instead of say some you don't you listen to me, you never listen to me. Use the word I feel frustrated when I am being interrupted because I don't feel heard. So use this power can quench the trigger in the person that you are talking to. Why it works? Because it reduces defensive in the listener. Yes. Number 2, it takes ownership of your emotional expression. Number 3, it focuses on the issue, not on the person. Then number 4, the last, it opens the door to problem solving. So that is the power of I statement. Then let us look at the importance of healthy emotional expression. Why expressing emotion well matters. For the personal well-being, it reduces stress, anxiety, and emotional tension. Number 2, it prevents burnout and emotional suppression. Number 3, it increases self-awareness and emotional growth. Benefits on relationship include it builds trust, empathy, and deeper connection with others. It also improves conflict resolution and reduce misunderstanding. It creates psychological safety and openness in the workplace. Then for the professional success, it enhances teamwork, collaboration, and leadership. It fosters positive, respectful organizational culture. Finally, it improves clarity, feedback, and overall organizational performances. Now let us look at practical scenario on healthy versus healthy emotional expression. Now let us look at this scenario. A team member misses a deadline affecting your work. Now look at unhealthy expression, that is an aggressive method. You are so unreliable. You have ruined this project. Or silent treatment, sarcastic comment, complimenting to other. Result, it damages the relationship. It will also increase conflict and unresolved issue. But let us look at this healthy expression, the assertive method. You pause to regulate frustration, then use I statement. I feel stressed because the delay impact our timeline. Can we work? Can we talk about what happened? Now, listen to their perspective. Collaboration, collaborate on the solution. The result of this method is that it will issue address, relationship will be preserved while preserving mutual understanding. So these are a healthy emotional expression, emotional expression. Now let us look at cultivating a culture of emotional expression. How do we cultivate the culture? How leaders and teams can encourage healthy communication. Now, number 1 is model vulnerability. Leaders share their own emotion appropriately. Number 2, create safe space. Establish norms where feelings can be shared without judgment. Number 3, train in emotional intelligence and communication. Provide skill building workshop. Number four, normalize emotional conversation. Make how are we feeling a genuine question. How are we feeling? Then recognize and reward. Acknowledge those who communicate with empathy and clarity. Then finally, implement feedback channel, regular checks in, and anonymous option. In conclusion, emotional communication is the core of human connection using multiple channels. Healthy expression requires skills like self-awareness, assertiveness, and empathy. Barriers like fear, stress, and poor skills can be overcome with intention. Enhance skills through active listening, I statements, and emotional regulation. Healthy expression benefit mental health, relationship, and professional success. Leaders play a key role in creating culture where emotion can be safely expressed. Final thought, the most powerful message are not just heard, they are felt. Thank you for understanding and God bless you.